Let me see. Let me see. Hello, hello. Take two. Welcome to Stained Glass Sunday. I'm Priscilla. I'm happy you're here. I have my apron on, and we're going to work on this mermaid. And I'm going to get right to it because it's snowing here, and my phone is glitching, and it's just a weird thing. When you're doing stained glass, these are some things to remember. You want to wear your glasses. Definitely wear your glasses whenever you're working with stuff like this. And we're going to do some copper foiling just now. So I wouldn't need my glasses on for that, but I want to have them on for when we start to solder. And I'm going to use my gloves when we start to solder. Right now, we're doing the step one with the glass is to cut the glass. And I've already done that. I have some pieces here that are cut. These are going to be pieces of the sea. That's what these are. Pieces of the sea. Let's get a couple more of them over here. Oh, I like this one. I'm going to put this one on the edge. That's a straight one. And I was going to put a big planet-shaped moon in with this iridescent one. I did not cut this out. Hello, hello. There's no sound. Wait. There's no sound. Is your volume up? Can you hear me? Make sure your volume's turned up. Sounds good. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So here we go. I was going to cut this with my ring saw. I did not do that. So I have two choices. I could cut it here, but this is a Ripley effect, and chances are pretty good it's not going to work. Not going to work. Hello, Denmark, 5 p.m. You're also in your workshop working fuse glass. Love it. Love it. That little beep saying our refrigerator's hanging open. I'm not going to name names, but that's Morton. That's Morton doing that. Morton's putting away the groceries. So I'm looking here for bits of glass that I want to use to work in as my seaweed, and I want to use all different shapes and sizes and textures, and I just want to make this piece really cool. And I have a lot of glass here that I need to copper foil. We need to do the copper foiling first. Copper foiling first. Oh, and I have another piece of my water glass. This stuff is going to be one of my waves. I'm going to put it up a little bit higher. We're going to make this one, this is going to be a pretty big window, so I got to make it really, really sturdy because it's not going to be a solid window. And I'm going to also, I have a whole bunch of these. Let's go ahead and copper foil them up. Copper foiling is a lovely, lovely process that I don't have to wear gloves for. I don't actually have to have my glasses on for this either. And I'm going to get these done because then if I do this time, next time we can probably assemble this thing. Probably. We'll see. Okay. Let's start copper foiling. So copper foiling, you need two things. You need glass and you need copper foil. That's this. And I'm using a thick copper foil. I want the glass to have a lot to hold on to. You can see the difference there in the width. Hopefully you can see that. This one's a wider one. And copper foiling is super easy and relaxing. Now, if you do stained glass, a lot of people, and there is no right or wrong answer to this, a lot of people grind the edges on this on a grinder. I got a whole bunch of grinders. I'm not doing that. It takes a lot of time, makes a lot of noise, burns a lot of energy, And I'm not doing that because I'm going to be able to, these don't have to fit tight up against each other. Typically when you do stained glass, you're looking for fits like this, where they just fit tight up against. That's actually super cool. I'm going to put these two together. I'm going to put these two together and look how they'll make that lovely rounded piece. We're looking for the cool shapes, the cool sizes, and that's what I'm going for. I'm not grinding this. And if you grind your glass, that's awesome. You do that. There is no right way, no wrong way. Same way with this. I have a little machine that does this copper foiling, but we're not going to use it. I like to do it by hand. It's therapeutic. And we all need a little bit of therapeutic art just now. So you pull the foil back and you take this and you half and half it. Put half on one side, half on the other. Push it down, fold over, and what I like to do is just, once I have it pushed in place, squeeze those edges, and, oops, I'm sorry, bumped my thingy. I only pull out like what I'm working on. I wouldn't pull out a ton of this. And on these big straight pieces like this, it's so easy to just come like right at that end. Just press the edge on and fold over. That's all we're doing. And one side of this glass is iridescent, one side isn't. So we'll use the side that's iridescent to point in. Now, when you're handling bits of glass like this that are not ground, you have to be careful because there are sharp edges. And here, I'm taking, honey, I can totally read the comments, so I don't need you to read the comments. I'm just copper foiling here. So if you have something else you're up to, totally go for it. You don't have to stop to help me. And I'm just folding this on. This is one of the most relaxing and peaceful things you could do. And making stained glass is one of the easiest things in the world. You just got to know the process. Like right here, see how that little part crimps up? I like to push that down, but those little bits can be really sharp. So I use the back of my nail. So once this is folded on, see how it's folded on and pressed in against, then I'm going to take, this is my burnisher, and this burnisher is 24 years old this year. 24 years old. It has been ground down. It started life about that much longer. And this part grinds down to a little point, just a little point, and then that little nub will just fall off. So I've been grinding this thing down. I like how it feels in my hand. I have arthritis, osteoarthritis, and this really, it feels comfortable. I don't have to strain. So this is called burnishing, and that's simply pushing the glass or the copper foil against the glass, and I'm smoothing out. That's what I'm doing. I'm smoothing out. See these little ripply edges? I'm smoothing them out, pressing them down. It's self-adhesive on the back. And typically when I do this, what I do is I'll go right around all the edges like this. All the edges first. Or the sides. I guess that's the side and this is the edge. I don't know. And then here, see how this is like sticking out just a bit? I'll pull that back with my fingernail to make a nice little tapered feel rather than a hunk of the copper sticking out. And then you burnish it. You want this super smooth. When you burnish this smoothly, the solder will look so much better on. And I say solder because I learned how to do this in Scotland in 2001 at Julianes College. And when you're in Scotland, you say solder. You pronounce that L. If you don't pronounce the L, it's a swear word. I've had trolls tell me that I don't know what I'm doing, and that's cool. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing because I don't pronounce it correctly. I pronounce it the Scottish way. That's where I learned. So this part here, see how this is stuck out? I'm going to do some decorative soldering here. So I'm going to just take, and I'm going to take my fingernail and just crimp. I'm going to just go along and crimp in these little bits. This is going to look super cool. Super, super, super cool. And when you do this before you do decorative soldering, it really, it will just make this little edge look like the little edge of a castle or barnacles or something growing on it. And I want more of this iridescent to show and less of the copper. I'm going to do that on the one side, and then on this other side, I'm going to scrunch it all up to create a little edge here. And again, if people are doing stained glass that watch, you might be cringing now, but I want this to look very organic. I don't want this to look like it's copper tape that I put down when I solder. I want an organic edge on this piece of glass. It's a lovely decorative piece of glass, and I want it to feel super cool. Now I'm gonna come apart a little bit. Crimped it all down there. Just push that apart a little bit more. So to set up decorative soldering, you can work with your copper, or you can put on like extra globs. You can rubber stamp it. Last week I showed you how to rubber stamp it. And here, this part down here, I want to open this up and make it more organic looking, and that's great. That is great. It looks like a little ziggy zag going up there. Look at that. Zig. That's perfect. That one's great. I love that. It's super fun to do, and it does a lot of cool things. Hey Joe, and hey Dawn, and hey Z, and hey Country Cottage. How's everybody doing? Hey Angel, good morning. And as I'm working with this stuff, I tear off my scrap. P.S. I'm going to show you a really cool little thing right now. This doesn't have to be scrap. Let's take a little piece about this long. And I think we can do that with this. We'll take a little piece. You're getting a trick right here. You're gonna learn a little trick. We're gonna tie this in a little knot. You might have seen me do this at Christmas. And I forgot to tell you that the stained glass waste paper works great for this. I like to take it right to the end, right? You take it and you tie that knot in it. See how that looks, right? And then you just start folding. Well, let me fold this little guy in first. Fold that one over. I'm going to tear this off, so it doesn't need to be that long. Or fold them backwards. We're going to make a cool little puffy heart. Fold that over. Fold that over. Fold that over. And it automatically goes right where it needs to go. We're making a heart. I mean a star. We're doing stars. A little puffy star. And you can do this with regular paper. Then here I'll tear it about here so I can tuck it in here. This is the coolest little trick. Push that down in here. Now this is the fun part. On each of these flat edges, you push in with your fingertips. Or well, with your fingernail. Let's push in with our fingernail. Dent it. See the dent? Turn, dent. Turn and dent. Turn, dent. Turn and dent. And then you can go back in and really adjust. I like to do it on both sides, so you get that little indent. And these make super cute little puffy stars. Look at that. How cute is that? That was going to be garbage, but look, it's now a little puffy star. And you can do this with all kinds of paper. I just wanted to show you that. I'm going to set that over here by our mermaid. I don't like to waste anything. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, Albin. And you're very welcome for going live. Thanks for being here. How's everybody doing? How are you feeling? Are you feeling okay? I'm going to set that out of our way because we don't need that right now. I'm going to take this piece of glass. We're going to do the same again. Feel free to comment, ask questions, say good morning. I can see the time on this app. It's 11:23. I had to restart my phone. Good morning from Washington. I do, Ms. Reba. I know your name because we're friends on Facebook. Center, squish, squish. And this is one of the most relaxing parts of doing stained glass, right here. Right here. It's a really fun process. Morton and I both used to do this when we lived in Scotland. We would do this in the evening while we watched TV. And I would typically put this stuff on, and then Morton would burnish it. And this, I made it thicker on the back than on the front. And down here, when you get to the end of it, I just take my fingernail and tear that off. And then smooth that down. Feeling fantastic. You fold little strips like that. Oh, your knife. You never made a star. Oh, you gotta do the frog jump. You gotta do the stars. The stars are so much fun. And you can make them they're really good to make out of like copy paper or envelopes. Junk mail envelopes makes incredible stars. But magazine pages don't work that great because they're not stiff enough. So we're smoothing all this glass down. Another cool thing you can do is you could take this, you could cut this in half with decorative scissors, and then when you put the copper foil on, you have a decorative foiled edge. You know, like the little wavy shapes, whatever. You could do a lot of stuff like that. Let me get a bigger hunk here. Let me show you one of these. I'm putting some of these into here, and I haven't done any greens yet. I'm gonna do a green. Good morning, good morning. You don't want to let this get crinkly. I let that get a little crinkly. If you need to smooth it out, smooth it back out on the paper. Don't try to do it with your fingers. You won't be happy. So this, I'm going to take just the edge. And you can do this with seashells. You can do this with all kinds of things. You can do this copper foil method. It does not have to just be glass. Bottle caps. I did a really cool compass one time that had bottle caps in it. I did it for a bar. It came out so cool. With all kinds of caps from their beverages. And then this you just smooth around. Smooth it around. And this thing, typically what I would do all my taping first. I'd have a big old pile like this. And then I would sit there and burnish them and make them all smooth. And then when you go to do your glass, you work so much quicker. Because these are stained glass is all processes. All processes. There's a couple different steps. They're actually pretty easy. I'll tell you what they are right now. Step number 1 is cut the glass or get something to wrap with foil. You do that. That's step 1. Step 2 is you take those pieces and you join them together with solder. That's this. And step 3 is you clean it and then you decide if you patina it. There's hardly any steps to this. It's people get intimidated by doing stained glass. And stained glass, I think personally, is one of the easiest things to do. And you don't have to have a lot of money to do stained glass. This is a 2x2 foot board. Morton got these boards for me at Lowe's and they cut them there for us. And then we got little 1x2s, little 1x2s. We got those cut at Lowe's too because I knew how many I needed. And these he just nailed on from the bottom or screwed them on, I can't remember. But this line is straight and this line's straight. So he used a square, which you can use a square when you're doing stained glass too. He used a square to come in here and see how this edge is perfectly square. The edge has to be perfectly square. So when you're building things, you can build to that edge. And this lip that's on here prevents the solder. When you make that solder hot with the soldering iron, the solder will run all over the place. So you don't want that. So this stops the solder from running and coming down on your lap. You can see all of my my burn marks here in the on this board. That's all from solder. So you definitely don't want that on your lap. But yeah, I'm gonna bring these over here and we're gonna solder, this is a piece of sea glass from Scotland. And I have a dangling piece in here. I'm gonna just continue to copper foil step because the copper foiling, like I said, I think it's one of the funnest parts. And it's a part where you can get really creative. This one, I want the copper foil to be more towards the back of the piece. This piece of sea glass that came from Scotland has letters on it. It says IN, and it had said Edinburgh, but just the IN remain. And I want that IN to show. So I'm just gonna squeeze this, squeeze this, squeeze this. Morton's doing kitchen stuff. We're getting ready for our helpers to be here. We're having lovely helpers for a month. We're going to be doing lots of fun and creative stuff with them. We're going to be doing some field trips with them. We're going to take you with us. We will be doing lots of lives. And I'm excited to, they both said that they like to cook. They're sisters and they're from China. I'm excited about this. I love Chinese food. I know that real Chinese food is different than what we're used to, and I'm totally there for that. If you've ever visited like a Chinatown, I visited in New York, Philly, and San Francisco. You get more real Chinese food there. And it doesn't really taste like what you get from just your local Chinese place. Okay, I'm just pushing that back a little bit so more of the glass will show. So these pieces that I'm burnishing, we'll put together. Good morning, Ellen in Boston. How are ya? Okay, I'm gonna do a piece of glass again. We're having a lovely chilled morning here. It's snowing outside. The snowflakes got a lot littler. I'm happy about that. Because we need to drive today. And look at this glass. This glass is iridescent on the one side and not on the other. It's beautiful. And you want to go half and half. Half and half. Get your piece stripped out. And then half and half. This one I'm going to put more towards the back than the front. I know the iridescent side is our front. How's everybody doing? Are you getting any snow? We have snow here, and they're saying from anywhere from 1 inch to 1 foot. They're nice and specific. I'm just crumpling these down, pushing these down. You don't ever want to touch the sticky part. How is it with stained glass and protection, safety, how to use? Yes, well, like when I go and I turn that soldering iron on, I'll wear gloves and I wear glasses. I will wear safety glasses. And then some of the chemicals that you use, like the flux that you use to get the solder to stick to here, I protect myself from the flux and the fumes that the flux makes. So there's definitely safety steps you take. Good morning, Willow Jack. Arctic cold is going to get you in Michigan. Supposed to start in Rhode Island this afternoon. It's already started here. It's beautiful, beautiful snow. If only we didn't have to go to Middletown today, it would be perfect. But we do. I don't like to drive in the snow. I don't encourage anybody to drive in the snow. I should maybe, after this live, I should maybe call the ladies and see, because they said it's not in their budget to do another night in Philly. But I should maybe see if they want to, I don't know. If they come to Middletown, there's no hotels right around the train station. I don't want them being stuck. The snow really scares me. The road that we go down, Morton used to drive back and forwards to work. And the one time it usually took like an hour and 10 minutes. The one time it took him almost 4 hours to get home. The roads were so bad. I begged him to just sleep down at the mill, but he said he could make it. But I don't think it's smart to drive in that snow. It's dangerous. I'm so happy he doesn't have that commute anymore. Oh, the commute was horrible. Rub, rub, rub. That one's all ready to go now. Look at that. It's so cool. No snow yet. It's coming this afternoon, or it's coming in Northern Virginia. You're all cozy, Doreen. Thank you. Life is good, isn't it? I'm gonna set this one off of here. I got a bunch of these little glass bubbles that I'm gonna use in here. I did not make these. I didn't make these, but I'm gonna put some of these in here. And I think I might use my thinner for this because I really want you to be able to see this glass. I hope everybody just stays cozy and safe. If you don't have to go anywhere, just stay cozy and safe. That one is gorgeous. Just wrap it right around the side. I'm going to show you now the difference in speed. I'm going to just wrap a bunch of these up. Let's just wrap a couple. Wrap one. Whenever you're doing arts and crafts, get yourself a little flow setup for how you're doing them. Like a little production setup. And this just makes it so easier because I'm not stopping to grab my burnisher and doing all that stuff. I'm just taking this, putting this on, pushing this down, and setting it here. That's all to be burnished. I have some teeny tiny little impossible bubbles. Actually, look at this now. I'm thinking she might need to go back in the bubble hole, but she's not. She's going over in the tiki room. We might need to put we might need to put tiki room bubbles out. Maybe. If I have too many, I might put some bubbles in the tiki room. Push. My chair, it's rocking ever so slightly. It's trying to make me dizzy. I was looking outside at the snow falling down. That always makes me dizzy too. Get that stuff out of our way. You caught the live. Hi, Lavender, and hi, everybody. Good morning, everybody. If you're watching right at this second, you have two choices. It's either live and you can see me saying hi to you, or you're saying, are you live? And it's a replay. As I'm speaking these words, we are live. 11:39 a.m. Sunday, January 19th. How's it going, honey?
I need to sit down a minute.
Sit down. Sit down and chat. I'll read comments out if you just bring your chair over here and sit by me.
I thought YouTube was an app on my phone, but there's not an icon.
This is, we'll put the icon to your desk, or to your screen. We'll do that. This is a piece of sea glass that we're going to use. Morton's going to sit over here so we can chit chat with you. Everybody, Morton's here. And I'm going to stop doing the stained glass stuff in a little bit. And we're just going to have a little morning chit chat.
Snow's not letting up. It's to that drizzly stuff.
I know.
The big fluffy stuff that was earlier.
I know. I'm just creasing this on, babe, and then we'll burnish it later. I didn't go to art school, no. I went to college for business and computers. Because guess what? Everybody's like, you can never make a living doing art. That's a lie. I totally have made a living doing art for like 40 years. You definitely could make a living doing art. But yeah, I went to college when I was older. I already had my children. And I love these. These little bubbles are going to be so pretty on this mermaid. But, hey, Frog Jump says, hi, Morton.
Hi there.
I love to do things. I love to do things. And I never let the fact that I don't know how to do things stop me from trying. Just don't be afraid to try anything. There's so many good things you can do. Now here, because I want the light to come through this, I'm going to look, and do I need to push it from the back a little bit more to let more light through, or do I need to make that more of a circle? Do that before you burnish it.
I'm doing better today, thanks, Audrey. I had a bit flickery vision earlier today when I was under fluorescent lights at Aldi, but it's gone back to normal now.
There we go.
Frog Jump's true friend, Priscilla.
Yes, I know.
I didn't know that. Hi there.
We'll get to know everybody's names over on here. We will. It'll take a minute.
Well, Jax, I do too, and appreciate your lessons so much.
Yay. I believe that we're supposed to share information. If I know how to do something, I'm going to tell you how to do it. If the way that I do it, it might not be the right way. But then you can try it and figure it out yourself. Because we always come up with other ideas.
Hi,
And
Willow Jack.
I think as we're making stuff too, a lot of times what happens...
Bobby's on.
Hey, Bobby. How are ya? I think a lot of times as we're making stuff, you're like learning the whole time. So, I don't believe in things called mistakes. I think the best things happen when you make a so-called mistake. You know, the whole creativity is the mother of invention. And I think the best stuff happens when you're just having fun, enjoying the process. And this is one very, very stress-free process. See there how it was a little bit sharp-edged? I can take and push back the edge of that to turn it into a perfect circle again. So I don't want square bubbles, although square bubbles sound cool.
Bobby's better today, he's over the TikTok.
Yay. Bobby, we're here. We're here. We're on the tube.
GM Newcats, Justin, just wanted to say I'm glad Morton's heart test went well.
Yes,
Aye,
thank you.
Justin.
Thank you.
And thank you for everything you do.
Can you hear Morton okay? I told him to come close to me.
I can't really get in any closer because of the chairs.
I haven't had my shower this morning, but I don't smell. I hope not anyway. They can hear you a little.
Yeah, they says my heart function is good. They don't see any problems with grafts or anything, so that's good.
Honey, did you get like an ejection rate or something like that?
They never told me what it was.
But they told you that was good, right?
Yeah, they said everything's functioning normally and the grafts are good.
Because Pam had asked what that was.
I'd hate to have a look and see if it tells me in the results, but it didn't tell me what had been sent before the doctor looked at it.
Gotcha. This piece is cool.
The one we're trying to figure out now is the pre-authorization for my next set of tests, and hopefully they're no on holiday tomorrow.
Honey, we'll call them 8 a.m. on Tuesday if they are. Don't stress. And Morton, he's a bit quiet, but we can hear him. I don't think Morton has ever been described as quiet, have you, honey?
No.
Morton has a lovely, loud voice. Look at that.
I wonder if it's because I'm sitting at this side as opposed, because usually I'm sitting at the other side.
Well, no, here, I'll turn this way more. I'll get that to you a little bit more.
It's not going to be good for you.
It's fine for me. I'm just sitting here putting on copper foil. I'm getting a whole bunch of copper foil stuck up. I'm going to do this last one, and then let's just have a little chit-chat with everybody. I have so many fun projects coming up. I'm so excited about them. We're going to be doing them live on YouTube, and it's, yeah, they're going to be super fun. I can't wait. I can't wait. We're going to make some giant paper flowers. Might make a birch tree or two, a paper mache tree. That one's gorgeous. When these are all done, you're going to burnish them then. I'm not going to burnish these now. I'm just going to show you how you do this. You just rub this around the edge and smooth it all down. I'm just going to smooth this all down. I was all keyed up last night. I didn't go to sleep till late. We stayed live on here till late. I think we were all given community hugs last night. We all needed a big old group hug. Okay, so it's all smooth. That one is ready to go. I'll put that over there by my ready to goes. And we will, we're gonna do the soldering part next week, not this week. Let's just chit chat. Honey, hello.
Hi there.
How are ya?
Yeah, not too bad. Definitely can't read that.
Don't try to read that. I'll read it for you. Don't look at your phone. Morton started to get a migraine last night. I got to get a shower. Because we're going down to Middletown to pick up lovely helpers. Yes?
Mm.
You excited?
Mm.
You okay, honey?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I've got hiccups.
Did you eat anything?
Yeah, I had a slice of that pizza, but
Oh.
I need something else.
Morton had a slice of pizza. It's snowing. I want to show you the snow outside. It is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's go over this way, honey. Let's get out of this area. We'll sit where it's more comfy. And I'll show you the snow. I need you to scoot, honey.
Yeah.
You can't get out. And
Oh, I wonder if where my needle nose pliers are.
please take them.
No, that's fine. I know where they are.
Morton, you say that every week. Every week you see them there. And you gave them to me, so stop acting like I stole your needle nose pliers. Morton's acting like that. I want to show you something cool that's going on over the bedroom. Ziggy, turn on bedroom.
Okay.
Honey, scooch to the one way, just there, just there. Ziggy, turn on flower. Ziggy, turn on flower.
Okay.
Ziggy, turn flower on. He's not even listening. And literally right here beside him, Ziggy's getting fired.
Ziggy, come on flow.
Okay.
Now he listened to Martin. Oh, double knee click. Double knee click, honey. I was gonna let that shoe tree there. Double knee click.
Oops.
Double knee click. With my mom's blanket on it, but I'm not going to. And Morton and I have like 3 pairs of shoes. This is going back in this isn't gonna be part of it. I'm gonna let it sit here for a minute because I brought the flower light out here. And honey, this is where, I've wanted to make a giant paper mushroom light. It's gonna go here.
Right.
I'm gonna put another giant mushroom here.
Hi there, Greta.
I want it to be like Alice in Wonderland, Alice's Adventures.
I was going to say, you'll not be able to plug that one into it now.
No. But this is a future project right here. We're gonna do that once the ladies get here. Honey, wanna know something really cool about YouTube lives? Look, these fairy lights, all the fairy lights, notice on screen, look at the screen. They don't flash.
That's weird.
Yeah, YouTube must be different frames per second than TikTok. Because on TikTok, they're like blinky, blinky, blinky. Here, no. How good is that?
Yeah, that is weird.
Isn't it lovely? Mm-hmm. Let's go sit down here and be comfy. We got all of our stuff to put away. I don't want the ladies coming into the crazy chaos. Morton has his new slippers here. Where are you going to keep them, honey? By your bed? That and my compression socks that I was wearing for the trip. And my socks are clean, babe.
Right.
What does everybody think of the arch is? Because there's a big arch there, another arch there. That's big. And then the flower light I put up there. I'm loving that. And I'm going to move that shoe rack. I'm going to put a big tree there. And there's going to be a curtain going from here over to here that's draped. So our whole bedroom will be private. And that's getting full curtain there that we can pull back and full curtain up there that will just hang to. I saw the Highland cow. The Highland cow snuggling the hedgehogs. It was good. It's good. Come here, honey, and sit down. I love that flower light up there. It makes it so nice and bright. The flower light. Did you not notice them? Sit down, my love. Hey, I caught your yawn. Are you sleepy? I'm sleepy. It's gonna turn out good, Sam.
Hi there, Paula.
Hey, Paula. I didn't go to sleep till late, and I woke up my crazy early. I gotta take a shower. I'm hoping that wakes me up, babe.
Yeah, the archway is like so that when you're up in the balcony looking down, you're not looking over into the bedroom area.
Yeah, the
We need
archways
to
are.
put a curtain over to.
I'm totally tired.
There's like a gap you can still see through from the balcony. So
Yeah, try stained glass too. It's super fun. And you can fuse stained glass. I mean, yeah, you can do stained glass techniques with fused glass. See the panels on each side of my cherry blossom? They're fused glass. And in the middle of this, like the globe, the Highland cow, a lot of that is fused glass that I put into that window. So you can definitely do both together. Can't you, babe? Two techniques, one cool amount of glass. But honey, it's 11:54. We should say bye for now. I got to get a shower. And we got to do a lot of stuff, and we got to get on the road to get to Middletown to pick up the ladies. And it's snowing, so I want to leave early.
yeah.
I would rather sit there and
What
wait.
times of train route due in?
It's 6:18, I want to say,
So-
or 6:28. I think we need to leave at 4.
Yeah.
So, but I need to get a shower. I haven't eaten, and you haven't eaten proper because you just had a piece of pizza. So, we'll be back on live later. We might go live at the train station, and yeah, Paula's getting snow too.
Yeah, it started about 9 here and it's never stopped.
Here, honey, you talk turn your phone off. I'm gonna hand you over for Morton for a minute. Or if you want to just talk to people, you can while I grab my shower. Do you want to?
If you want.
Do you have stuff to do too? You
No,
have
really.
Okay. Here, chit chat with Morton. I'm gonna take my shower now, babe. But
I mean,
that.
you were wanting me to make cabbage soup. I mean, I can't really do that.
Yeah,
in water.
yeah.
You
We're gonna both go because he's gonna do some soup. So I think it's nice when people come in if you have something that's homemade and ready for them. So we're gonna go with like a cabbage and rice soup, for just having here when they get here. So, we will see you later. Don't have no fear. Maybe we'll go live while Morton's making the soup. And we will talk to you soon. Yeah. All right. Talk to you later. Bye for now. Say bye, honey.
See you later.